Here we are for another episode of Salt Wolves of the Whale Road. It is Tuesday my time, and this is the second time this week that we're going to work on this, but I did say after a few sessions of working on this rather sexy border, I mean, I gotta be honest with you, I'm beginning to fall in love with it. Little zoom in under the bottom left here. That we would start working on the interior a little bit. So, just a couple of words if you're watching this video after the fact. This is a Mercator projection, but there's which obviously would not be done for hundreds of years until after the Vikings, but there's a certain amount of practicality for a map that is, let's say, historically accurate to the period, this being about 950, 1000 AD, and what they would have come up with, and a game aid. And this is ultimately a game aid, okay? If we use a map from 1,000 years ago, it's gonna have a very different look. It like really and truly would have would be great as an artistic piece to stick on your wall, but not so brilliant for an actual open up the book, here's a map, you know, read the rules, play the game. So there's a certain amount of balance that I've got to strike here. Now I am thinking about redrawing some elements, but the problem is that's going to be quite a little bit of redrawing at this stage. I think I have my land separate, which is good, so I could redraw that. And I have my hatch separate. You'll see it's sitting on top of the blue there. So I do have the layers separate enough where I could do some redrawing or some resizing, and I am not going to rule it out, okay? But at the same time, to satisfy a few sort of people that are kind of pointing out the style of map I'm using versus what the client is actually happy with, I don't know. So I'm leaving it kind of open, and that's one reason why I'm going to leave this section open, because I might be able to just resize some of those sections over there to be a little bit closer to the real life sort of versions, and we'll see. Now this area here, I can't see me redrawing this though. I'm going to leave this, I think, pretty much exactly as it is. So that's it. I'm going to jump into this. And today I'm actually going to want to draw some settlements. I have a list of settlements that the client wants to make sure is included, and I have a style that I want to do for them. A style being a little like these. Hey, Troll Lord! Thank you for the subscription. It's good to have you here. I literally have just started the stream. And thank you for the cheers. TLG indeed, trolls are. So I'm gonna do something like these here. I love this style. I love this style of buildings here. These little capital cities. I love this. Clearly hand drawn, but adorable. I'm going to do my trees like this too. I mean, it's such a great style. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a couple. These are not unlike what I actually did on the Britannia map. I'm going to do a couple of these larger than this. Just put them off to one side. Then I think there'll be a level of copying them across to each location and deciding if each location should have a slightly different look and feel. But I think that's what we're going to go with right there. So, let's colors. Let's get my brush. And how does that feel? Yeah, that's about the right size. Okay. By the way, TLG, I am a solid 10 minutes ahead on my schedule here. I don't expect people to turn up for a short while, so but I was just sitting there staring at my screen, going through freaking Facebook, you know. I was like, you know what? I'm enjoying working on this map. I'm gonna jump into this map. So that's what I'm doing. I need my list of settlements, and then I've got to figure out where they are. Yeah. What's the best way to do this? Maybe I just get some little settlements drawn, and then we start placing them. Yeah, okay, so if we take this, let's dial in a size that we want. Like, because something like this here, I could see as being Paris, right? We're going to draw Paris on the map. And then these smaller ones would be for smaller sort of settlements. So let's get some inspiration from these. Shut down my frame for a moment. And oh, are you all framed too? Alright, well, let's pretend I'm not seeing that. Okay, so settlements. Okay, so I'm thinking, and we'll do some different ones here, like size-wise. This may be a touch too large here, but let's see. Let's see if it actually looks good though before we commit, so to speak. Very, very, very simple style here. I think I'm actually going to hide this real quick. If that is about the print size, I think that they are a good scale, and I think any larger than that is going to be too much. I kind of like this scale. I tell you what, GaryCon feels like the first major convention that I've really geared up for in a while. And I know it's a virtual con still, and I've done virtual cons all last year, but this one feels different somehow. I'm actually got a level of stress over it that I wouldn't normally have, you know? I don't know what that is. It's almost like it's more real. Like I feel the same sort of angst that I would have for an in-person convention this year. I think that's a good thing. You know, it I don't want to say it shows I'm taking it seriously, but I know I want it to be a good one. And I feel like everyone has the potential to have a great freaking time with it, you know? What's TLG got going on anyway, Gary Can? Oh, you know, I could actually draw these individually, I think. I am pretty sure that we could just have fun drawing little buildings like this. I should colour them the same way too. I wonder why some are coloured and some aren't. I wonder what that's about. Untitled Games, we have the GMTT Tricks of the Trade Thursday, fantastic. Then we're doing DM's Roundtable at night, awesome. Friday, 2 panels, working with Gary Gygax and one on publishing, awesome. Then Steve is running a game Friday night, excellent. Is he running Gaxmore? I saw 2 Gaxmore games on the panel, on this docket. And I think that was just Sunday, actually thinking about it. No, I typed in Gaxmore. One is the Gaxmore panel on Sunday morning, but then I saw 2 games are being run. One by actually Frog God Games. Hey, George, it's always good to see you, my friend. You know it. You know it. Oops. You know what? Let's... We can... Yeah, we can deal with that. He can go over there. He can go over there. I think I'm actually gonna... I'm gonna delete these momentarily. Alright, so you can come over here. I'm very excited about the Sunday morning one, by the way. Having Luke Gygax says, gonna be awesome. I'm not sure I've been on a panel. No, I have been with Luke just once before. I have. Alright, let's do kind of a monastery style one. I think we're going to try this. We're going to try this for size. And I'm going to colour them in the same, almost reddish pink. We're going to try this. We're going to try this. Alright, so let's hide you. Let's come down to our settlements. And now we need to do a little bit of research. Okay, so, for example, they want Uppsala, which we'll come back to, Uppakra, Gelling, Vibe, let's go with Vibe, Andelsnes, and Advalnes, yeah, okay, another one, Borg, hey, I can say that one, Boré, Lindisfarne, Jarrow, York, London. Okay, so that's the one I was trying to get to. They want London, so if we did this size of settlement, I'm going to place a couple. I think we might even colour them in, and we're going to see if it works or not. London's down here, isn't it? Yeah. I should... I'm going to draw in rivers after position settlements, I think. Alright, so that would be London. We need a York. I think York is around here. We're going to see if I can remember my English geography. Alright. This will be a good reference, I think. So, for example, we've got London down here. Fantastic. And York is... I think about here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we've got the little bumper coming to down to here. So York is actually right about there, but closer to the coast a little bit. Like right about here. Okay, so... See, I'm not sure if I should do that monastery sort of symbol for York. Like this type of thing. Or one of these others. But for now, let's just do that. So we've got kind of capital. We've got like a minor town right there. Okay, anything else in England? London, York, Jarrow. Jarrow? What the hell is Jarrow? What is Jarrow? I've never heard of Jarrow. By the way, Chester, my hometown. 30 years right there. Alright, where's Jarrow? In fact, let's just do it searching here. Jarrow. England. It's a town within the metropolitan borough of St. Tyneside. Okay. Northeast England. Really? Okay. Let's find out where Jarrow belongs. Right near the coast there. Where, oh, and York's down there. As we're at York, and Jarrow. So, I think maybe York is closer to this. Let's move York down a little bit. So let's just move him down there. York. And then we've got Jarrow. Jarrow. Alright. And Jarrow is kind of, from what I can see, here. Yeah, that's Jarrow right there. Okay. Okay. I think that's a good scale. I think that's a good scale. Okay, so let's just see if we've got any others, and then I'm going to colour it. We're going to see how it's looking. Lindisfarne. Okay, Lindisfarne, Jarrow, York, and London. Okay, Lindisfarne. And I think Lindisfarne is a little bit further up, like right about here. But let's find out. Lindisfarne. Holy Island of Lindisfarne. Commonly known as either Holy Island or Lindisfarne. Oh, Holy Island, okay. A tidal island off the northeast coast of England. Okay. So, Lindisfarne is falling right about here. Yeah, but right about here. This is Lindisfarne. Okay, so it's kind of like actually... Really? And it's on a little tiny island. Like, really small island. It's like a dot at this scale. Okay, I want to actually just check something. I think it was... God, what was it? Reference. I had some reference maps here that I just want to quickly take a look at. Because one of them had Norse locations marked on it. Ooh, that's a Wickle fella. Was that the one? No. Not that one. Oh, big zoom in. Not that one. I've taken this one just in case I want to do some naming based upon who was the rulers of each place at the time. It gave me some boundaries. Not that one. You watch, it's going to be the last bloody one. Not that one. It is going to be the last one. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. But it's not going to have what I'm after, because it doesn't have actual settlements. It has the naming of each location, like countries and lands and such. Could have sworn it was this one that had Lindisfarne marked on it, but I must be completely wrong. Alright, so that's not going to be any use to us. I'm just going to mark Lindisfarne. What? So it's a holy island. Lindisfarne is a holy island. Okay. Let's take this one. Who's GKG? Gallant Knight. The person I'm working for. This is going to be a good one, Judge. This is going to be a real nice one. I'm going to have to paint a little bit of green underneath this one, I think. Alright, so I think we'll do something like that. But this is a monk that's drawing this. Let's give it a little cross. There she is. There she is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get what the client wants to see marked on this map. And then we're going to add some of our own. But first, like, I want to... Viking raid points. Britain. I am fantastic, Princess. Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing very, very well. Okay, this is an interesting one. Let me actually copy this into here. Are you not going to let me? Open in the new tab then. I like this. I like this. I'm going to... Oh, there it is. It did appear. Great. I think some of these could be worth marking on. Look, we've got Jarrow, Lindisfarne on here. Oh, Okay, Ipswich, London, Hamwick, Portland. Yeah, I've got to add Portland just for the Easter egg. Alright, let's take this up here. This is my reference material right here. So I've got another little sort of settlement drawn, and I just want to get that onto land before I do my colouring, and then we're going to sort of say, okay, this is going to work. So what are these symbols? Okay, so these are early Viking Age trading center. So these are trading points. Okay. Okay. We got Jarrow. Then these are earliest Viking raids in the west. Jarrow, Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne, out on the freaking island off the east of England. Wouldn't that be just shit if you lived there and the Vikings arrive? You have no one that is going to help you. And I guess we've got Dalriata? No, that's up here. What is this? What is that one right there? Why is this cut off, but it's not in the webpage? That's weird. Alright, so on the other side, over here, we've got this Iona. Okay, we've got a few around Ireland and shit, which we could... I'm definitely going to reference this. I am just really... I'm puzzled. Let's paste in that. Let's get rid of you. There you go. That's more complete. That's more complete. I'm actually... I'm going to get rid of all of these. I'm not going to use these right now. I've got copies of these. I don't need them. Shetland, indeed. Shetland ponies, you're right. I'm glad that you are doing better, young lady. All of the islands of Britain. All of the islands of Britain are getting raided. That's what this is saying. If you are an island of Britain, you are getting your face punched in. Lindisfarne, Jarrow, York, Ipswich. Let's mark Ipswich. Let's do that. So Ipswich was... Where was it, Ipswich? Like right in the bend right there. Right, like kind of here. Oh, that will actually look good next to London. So let's do that. We'll take you. We'll bring you in right about here. Let's try some colour. Let's try some colour. And let's go from there. Let's see what happens. Now, Lindisfarne is an island, so I do think that we should absolutely... Let's just get a little bit of colouring underneath it, right? Just to show it is a legit island and not just floating out there in the ocean. We'll do something like you. We're going to bring back our references. Was it Styles? It was this one, right? Yes, it was. Okay. I love this little sort of pinkish hue. This like colour right here. Was that like a magenta? Is that magenta? Let's get rid of you. Let's collapse you down. I feel like I should flatten this off. Just to... Maybe some of these, but you know, with doing potential changes, I don't want to dick about, because I'm going to potentially redraw some of these sections, and if I'm going to redraw them, I want separate layers. Throat punched, indeed. Oh God, it's the Vikings. It's throat punch day again. You know, I often think about old times, right? Oh, like, don't do it on that layer. We need a different layer. Like, just go back. Go back, I want to say 300, 400, 500 years or more. Probably 500, right? 400, 500 years. And think about what a world you would have been born into. Yes, there are territories. Yes, there are countries. Yes, there are kingdoms, empires, local lords. But you are in an environment of absolute freaking survival. You know what I mean? You go back older than that. You go back 1,000 years. Where food is coming from, where you're sleeping at night, these are big deals. I mean, it is literally going to be making or breaking your entire life. And not just the Vikings, but looking out of the freaking window, that being a hole in the side of your house if you were lucky, and seeing these ships coming at you, your life is about to change or end real fast. Just like that. Just like that. Every day, your life is on a balance. Where is food coming from? How are you going to stay warm? Where are you sleeping? And how are you literally just going to be alive at the end of the day? I mean, it's harsh, man. It's a different life altogether. Yeah, I would choose the future too, Princess. I absolutely would choose the future. It's hard in the past. That's not to say we don't know what's in the future, right? But it is really desperately hard in the past in a very primordial kind of way. You are born and you are lucky if you are going to see out the day type of basic survival. I read modern people sort of judging sort of past people for how they lived or like how they got through life, and like, oh, the Romans would use as a sponge on a stick to, you know, after they go to the bathroom. It's like, well, what do you think they're gonna do? What do you think they're gonna do? They don't have paper or cloth just to throw away, like wiping their asses. That is just not a thing. The fact that they even had sponges on a stick says a lot. Let's just go to the other side of the bloody Romans, like just pick the Germans or the French and those tribal natures. What do you think you're doing? You're using leaves or something. It's like, and then when you know, it's like someone sort of says, well, I can't respect the Romans because they had people that were enslaved. And it's like, yeah, so did everyone else at the time. And every village, and even the villages within France or Germany, and even though they didn't have those identities back then, it's like they are enslaving each other all of the time. It is part of their existence. You wake up, you look out your window, your hole in the wall, there's wild riders coming your way. You're probably lucky if you live. Or maybe you're not lucky. It's a harsh time. Yeah, I would definitely pick the future as well. Cave Geek! Oh my god, Cave Geek's here. Hello, Cave Geek. I thought about you today, my friend. I miss you. Are you doing anything at GaryCon? Do you have any conventions planned for this year? What goes on in your life, my friend? And how are you doing in general? Alright, so I think that scale and style works. I'm kind of down with that. I don't know what you girls and guys think, but this is kind of where my head's at. is this type of thing. And then kind of like, you know, doing my usual sort of tree type thing. You know, this type of thing. We'll add some trees to the land. Bish bash bosh. Good to go. Except I completely did that tree on the wrong layer. Beast foolish. Afraid to live in a dystopian future. Talking about unpronounceable names. Sanchez. Hold on a minute. Sanchez Nepal. Sanchez Nepal. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. Cape Geek been rough lately. I'm so sorry. Not been in the mood for much. I am so sorry. I think there is a light at the end of the tunnel there, my friend. I think there's a light at the end of the tunnel. This time next year, you and I are going to get to see each other again. Give each other big, huge hugs. Am I right? Am I right? Huge hugs. The reason why I got rid of that tree is I drew it on the colouring layer, as I am wanting to do. Alright, so it's going to look something like that. Each of these that I draw needs a name next to it, so I don't want to get too cluttered. But it would look something like this. I think if we're going to do that, we can absolutely get these other locations on the map as well. Orleans, Paris, that type of thing. Cape Geek, it's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. Shoot. If you're not signed up for Gamehole Con later this year, October, November, you need to be signed up with them. Contact them. They're looking to fill some vendor spaces. George, congratulations on getting your vaccine. I think I might be about a month or 6 weeks out. But Portland has been really pushing it hard over here. And it could be as soon as the 14th of next month for me. Sanchez, thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Honestly, you know, I like streaming. I love hanging out with you all. You know, we're all kindred spirits in so many ways. And I love this so much. But I really love the people that watch me outside of my usual streaming times. That means a huge amount to me. So thank you. Because I know that watching a stream after the fact is actually kind of a little bit funky. It's like this thing's in the past now, you know. There's no interaction. I'm just watching what's going on. So for you doing that, huge amount of love. Thank you so much. Princess Strega, because he works in the medical industry. He's actually part of the hospital system over here. Now, while he's been working from home because he's in medical records, they had some excess shots fairly early on, and they offered them to the hospital staff. Not partners of hospital staff or anything like that, but that's how. Beast Foolish, getting my second shot in a week. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. That's awesome. Princess Striker, it was actually kind of weird having my husband get his second shot, even the first one, and I'm not eligible. Now, I wasn't jealous or anything. It was a weirdness. Like a real weirdness. Like, it wasn't like a disconnect or anything. But it was, and I know it's like in the low percentages of people like vaccinated, it means nothing. You've got to get to a certain threshold. But it felt strange, you know, to know, especially once he got his second one. And I haven't even had my first yet. That was such an odd feeling. Jack tends to hold his cards close to his chest, you know. But yeah, he's head of records, head of medical records. All right, so we've got London. I'm going to move these. London, York, Jarrow, Lindisfarne. They're all done. Let's move them. Oh, Iona in Scotland. We should do Iona. Yeah, let's just start knocking these things out. Let's do it, guys and girls. All right, so you know, maybe let's just start at the top of the list, and let's start drawing. Beast Foolish. My wife had her second shot at the beginning of March. Okay. So, but you two were pretty close to each other. That's cool. So one thing, so here's the deal. Like Jack and I are kind of like honestly a little introverted in many ways, like a lot of ways. And so getting locked down in the house for the last year has not actually been a problem to us, and we really get along. So it's actually been okay. I definitely had some stir crazy situations, but it's been okay for both of us. But I have genuinely missed not the restaurant experience, the Portland breakfast experience, because Portland is a big breakfast town. It was huge on that, and there was one cafe that we would go every Sunday morning, and I miss that. And I hope that they're still open. I hope that they're still open. They were doing like deliveries and shit like that, you know, for a while. I hope they're still out there, because I miss that place so much. That is what I want to do when I first like get out on the other side of this. Okay, so first up on our list, Uppsala in Sweden, north of Stockholm. All right. Uppsala. Uppsala. Since 1164, Uppsala has been the ecclesiastical. I can't say this. I know my dad has said this word to me so many times I can't say it. I'm not even going to bother. Religious centre of Sweden, having the seat of the Archbishop of the Church of Sweden. Uppsala is a home to Scandinavia's. Ooh, it looks nice. Uppsala is very nice. Movie night, I get you on that one. I get you on that one, Beast Foolish. I really do. There was a let me just get this located. Okay, so Uppsala is actually right there. That's where Uppsala is located. Ecclesiastic. Thank you. I know I'm struggling with that, but yes, that. Okay, Uppsala is right here. And Pex is here. Pex, we missed you. Good to see you. Well, if it's ecclesiastic, we are going to take this. Seems appropriate. I know it's not the ecclesiastic. Am I saying that right? Seat at this particular point in time, but I think that is appropriate for us to drop it right there. So that one's good. And then we've got this Upakra. Yeah, a little faster. Yeah, I'm struggling with it. No, I hear you. Yeah, and I'm not sure I've ever said the word, but I've heard it a lot. Ecclesiastic. You see that? Ecclesiastic. She comes in with a jab, and then a hook. Ecclesiastic. Yeah! I said a word today. Damn right. I said a word. Alright, Upakra is a village and parish in Staffanstorp. Yeah, but where's it located in the world? Here we go. Upakra. Okay, so Upakra looks like it's down here. Right there. Well, you know what? We could actually draw. We could draw these things. How have you been, Pex? You and I have hardly exchanged a word, I swear, in 72 hours. How are you? Ah, that's terrible drawing. Well, I certainly hope the one I'm drawing right now is in Sweden. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. You tried shipping to the Netherlands, but with Zach's address, that was a fun meme. So actually, I'll talk to you offline about it. Because I received another copy of Tegel Manor today at the house. Where is France? Give that man a cookie. For the reference to my top 10 worst maps of all time. Alright, we have Jelling in Denmark. You guys and girls need to own the latest Tegel Manor, I'm telling you. Not just because my maps are in it, but that's a big, huge freaking part. Why don't you have a book with my maps in it? What is seriously wrong with you right now? But because it is possibly one of the most beautiful, well-laid out books that I ever had the good fortune to hold. Now I actually own it. But it's a gorgeous book. Frog God did an insane job on that one. Jelling. Okay, here we go. Jelling in Denmark. Alright, so that's actually inland a little bit. It is right about here. That's Jelling. There you go, princess. You've just been looked after. You've just been looked after, girl. Okay, so we've got Jelling. You see, hanging out in the channel's worth it. Pex gives you gifts. Ribe. I need to understand this pronunciation. Ribe in Denmark. It's R-I-B-E. And I'm pretty sure that saying Ribe is wrong. It's the oldest extant town in Denmark and Scandinavia, established in the early 8th century. Can you imagine that? Although my hometown was established 2,000 years ago, don't you know? Meh. Anyway, it's an old town. That's kind of cool. Where is Ribe? Ribe is close to actually that one. It's right there. Huh. Alright, it's right there. So, I am going to take Jelling. We're learning geography here, boys and girls. We are learning geography together. And we are going to do Ribe. There's a Danish town in the southwest Jutland with a population of 8,317. Almost seems a shame being like 1,200 years old. Green Loontoon. Good to see you. And don't worry about Twitch ever, like, being an arschlock. It's totally cool. I don't hold anything against you. I'm holding something against my freaking drawing right now, but I hold nothing against anyone in the channel. Let's get rid of you. You're offending me, sir. The city Princess was born in was established in 1925. There we go. Got them both on. Alright, so that gives us Uppsala, Upakra, Jelling, Ribe. Now we've got Advaldsness. Norway. Advaldsness. Right, where is this place? Don't jam a whole bunch of stuff on the same thing, please. Oh, where are you? Actually, where are you? Okay. So, Advaldsness is literally right here. Right there. Yeah, right there. So, I am actually going to take this and it comes up onto this. The reason why I didn't draw it is I actually think it would have been a little bit more difficult seeing what I was doing, considering there's so much black right there. I'm going to very quickly jump to the colouring of this, just so I don't miss it later on. Oh, and I need to move these above the ink layer. Oh, no. Okay, so let's grab these and we do that. There we go. Now that stands out. Gonna hit save. What's Wales? Princess Drago, what's Wales? Okay, so next one, right? Oh, Valdnes, Borg in Norway. Nope, Princess Drago. Sorry, darling. Sorry. Quick FYI. This is Wales. Right there is the Welsh border. That's Chester, where I was born and raised. We were on the Welsh border. This is England. Ireland. Scotland. Right here. So here's Wales. I suspect that you were seeing a little bit of time lag, and I'm really zoomed in. But yeah, believe me, it's not Wales. Okay, Borg, Norway. Alright, Borg. Holy crap. Alright, Borg. Let me double check. Borg is up here. Borg is way up here. What an incredible part of the world. Okay. Well, hold on. Wait, hold on. No. The Lofotr Viking Museum? Why am I looking at the Lofotr Viking Museum? I want to look at Borg. Borg. Damn it. Why am I getting a Viking Museum on my map suggestion? This is weird. Oh, but it's in the same... Actually, it's the same location. So it's all good. It's all good. Right here. Right here. Okay. I'm gonna position it like right there. And you know what? Let's do this. I want to make sure my sizes are good. Oh, let's make sure my colors are good too. Here we go. This is probably going to be too big for Borg. But we'll try it. I think it's too big. It's too big for Borg. We need to use this somewhere else. I decided it's too big. I'm going to put that in the ocean. Alright, let's colour this one in too. By the way, if you've been on the channel for the last couple of sessions, you'll know that my Photoshop started to make my brush disappear midstream, and I'd have to restart my Photoshop. I've upgraded to Photoshop 23, so fingers crossed that fixes the problem. Alright, Borg, done. I think it fits better. Do I though? Do I? Do I? No, now I'm having doubts. Now I'm having doubts. Now I'm having doubts. You know, this is in such a wonderfully iconic part of the world right here. I'm going to grab you. We're going to try it. We're going to try that right there. And we'll colour that in just so we don't miss it later on when we're doing our colouring. You know, let's just colour it in solid. We can always come back in, do the detailing. I think that might make it stand out a little bit more, so I'm gonna go with that. That's Borg. Screw it. Okay, what else we got? Borre. Borre. B-O-R-R-E. Borre is a village in the municipality of Horten, Vestfold. Right, so Borre, just south of Oslo. Borre is right in here, from what I can see. So let's grab ourselves a small little settlement. Let's grab you. boar goes. Let's plot boar right here. There we go. Alright, that's boar. Then we've got Dublin. Alright, now Dublin, I know, is like right about here. So we're going to do Dublin, and we're going to, I think we might make it, let's do this one. Let's just do Dublin right there. Well, that was easy. Okay, next one. Iona Scotland. I actually don't know where Iona is. Oh, we said it was up here, didn't we? I mentioned it before. Yeah, okay. It is probably for our purposes, like right here is Iona. Okay. It looks like it would be a monastery. Small island in the Inner Hebrides of the Ross of Mull on the west coast of Scotland. Only 1.5 miles wide and 3 miles long, with a population of 120. Iona. And that population, I'm pretty sure, would be, oh man, not again, about 1,000 years ago. Like, could we not? So did I say, let me check this, let me check this. Let's make sure I got this right. It is... Oh, actually, I gotta move it up. It's more like right there. Yeah, okay, so this guy... Ooh, this guy goes there. Iona. Actually, Pex, that's nice. Have you, we used to sing that at school. Where do you know that from? Like, I swear I remember as a kid singing that in, what do they call it when you go, all you gather at the assembly hall? Assembly. Ah, okay. Okay. This may end up being pretty sparse, by the way, like with a heavy focus. AEIOU! Thank you very much for the continued subscriptions. Really appreciated. So, but yeah, we may see a heavy focus in obviously this sort of quadrant right here, like here. But what I think I'm going to do is at least mark the capital of each country on the map with something like this. Even though the Vikings may not have been there, that's okay. I think if we were going, if I was a Christian monk and I was drawing this really lovely map for the Vikings, and I would probably want to mark the capital locations, you know. By the way, there's a major location right here. If you want to go raid it, 5,000 miles away. Go fuck off. Okay, so that was Iona. Oh, we're back to Normandy. We're gonna Rouen, Normandy. Rouen, it was the seat of the Exchequer of Normandy during the Middle Ages. It was one of the capitals of the Anglo-Norman dynasties. Obviously, that's a few hundred years after what we're dealing with here. But good to know. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Rouen? Normandy? Oh, Normandy. Okay. Duh. Yes. Because back then, it was indeed Normandy. Okay, so this is going to get close to Paris. We want to now position Rouen right about here. And Gay Paris is right about here. So they are definitely close with each other. So Rouen is about here. Alright, my little Rouen. A little fella. There's my Rouen. And then I know that we're gonna have Paris next. And Paris is, I think, honestly, right about here. Right about here. Again, I'll do the rivers and everything after the fact. But let's draw the Eiffel Tower. I kid. That would be amazingly inappropriate. It'd be funny, but it'd be inappropriate. I think let's switch some things around a little bit here. And let's, if I do like this, maybe, yeah, you know, maybe that will do, but maybe just something that shows multiple buildings. We kind of reserve this type of layout for the more major sort of capitals, etc. Oops. Something more like this. Yeah. That will be our Paris. Right there. Princess Streger, have you seen the map of the inverted landmass where the oceans are land? I don't think I have. I'll check it out right now. By the way, I love this part of drawing a map like this. Like trying to capture the how they drew their settlements at the time. I just it starts to bring like the land masses to life for me. By the time we had some hills, mountains, forestry, it's gonna be so squee-worthy. All right, let's take a look at this link. This is what Princess Streger linked us to. Wow, that's a big image. Okay. It's a... there's got to be some kind of pattern to the colouring here, right? They're insinuating that this would be like deserts and such. Interesting. Faux show. Alright, so that was Paris. Next one. Orleans. Where is Orleans in France? I actually don't know. I know where New Orleans is, having been there many times. Orleans. Alright. Don't be too close to Paris. Okay, you're a little south of Paris. Okay, so Orleans is around about here. Apparently. Okay. That'll be our Orleans. Yeah, that'll do. Screw it. I feel like we're getting smaller. I need to be careful that I don't get too small. What else we got? Seville. Okay, okay. I've never been to Spain, and I would love to be in Spain one day. Okay, so Seville, we're coming all the way down to right about here. It's a lot of history in Spain I would love to see. Alright, we'll make that Seville. And then what do we got? Pisa, Italy. I assume that these are locations that are absolutely in the book by Gallant Knight Games. That part of their game setting, you know? Alright, so Pisa is, I think, like right about here. I know. Actually, when was the Leaning Tower of Pisa established? When was it made? 1372. Okay, so I can't draw the Leaning Tower of Pisa. That would be really unfortunate. Like, because I would love to draw the Leaning Tower of Pisa right here. (1932). Shut your mouth. So there's Pisa. You were so close. Just a hair's width. Like, oof, that close. Constantinople. I should know where Constantinople is. Like, Constantinople is here. That's going to be my guess. Let's go and see if I'm right. It was called something completely different, by the way. Miklagardor to the Vikings. Where is... Come on. Oh, is it on this peninsula? I think it might be on that peninsula, actually. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Isn't it, though? Is it? Let's zoom out here. Yeah, it is. It's right there. My mum and dad, by the way, live about here in the world nowadays. They live in Bulgaria. I'm not sure that they've ever realised that they're pretty close to Constantinople or Istanbul. Just go down there, mum and dad. Like, go and see this incredible part of history, this insane part of the world. Oh, you know what we're going to do with this? Right, let's colour this in. Let's pick up our red. Let's get this in right now, so I don't lose this later on. Then we'll come in and get the details and such done, the highlights and the lowlights and the usual stuff that we do. But what I want to do is this. And then we're gonna grab you and you, and we're gonna make those roofs that little spot of gold. A Christian monk probably wouldn't do that, but it looks pretty. And then we're gonna merge you two layers like so. There we go. George says, "Is Photoshop as easy as you make it look? How many years have you been using it?" I don't think I've been using it that long. I've probably been using Photoshop for about 6 years, 7 years, something like that. Because I used to draw ink on paper, remember, for like decades. And in all truth, my depth of Photoshop knowledge is not that deep. I need a very thin level of knowledge with Photoshop. So using Photoshop the way I use it, I think you could pick it up inside just a few hours, in all truth. It's just learning what the icons do for the most part, you know, where things are positioned and how that relates to what you're trying to get out of the map. I'm not like, I'm not a photographer and I'm touching up photos. I'm not like editing photos. I'm not doing advanced level artwork here in the traditional sense. So the tools that I need are pretty straightforward, in all truth. Alright, so we've just drawn Constantinople. And then, here we go, Novgorod, Russia. Nice. Let's get that on. GIMP. Actually, you raise a really good point. One of the things I want to do on the channel is I actually want to use some other tools, kind of get used to them a little bit and use them, and then be able to give you a review. But I have not done them yet. But I actually get pointed to GIMP quite a few times. I think I've used GIMP like once. And I want to say, honestly, for what I do, you could probably use GIMP. I would certainly give it a go. If you wait long enough, I might actually use that as some incentive to actually do a little comparison of tools. Because I want to do Incarnate. That one. Anyway, that mapping program. I want to get some different programs to like test them all out, talk about them a little bit, do a video at it. I'm pretty sure that you'd find GIMP just works just as well as what I'm doing right now. Anyway, Veliki Novgorod. Alright. Show me what you got, Veliki Novgorod. Where are you located in the world? Oh, much further west than I was expecting. Oh, that's interesting. You are here. You're here. No, here. Oh, indeed. Okay, okay. I am a little surprised. I don't know why. I thought it was further to the east. Alright, we'll take you. We'll plop you here. We'll do a little bit of editing. Yeah. Oh, I'm drawing the wrong colour. That side's a little wonky. I have no idea, by the way, when this type of roof became a thing. I actually don't know the architectural name very well, like at all. But it would make it feel a little bit more geographically correct. Alright. Novgorod. Done. And Bashi in Georgia. Now, Bashi may not actually go on our map. Let's find out where Bashi is in the world. Oh, there's... Oh, shit. There's a pop band called Bashi. Okay. Let's search for maps. I'm getting Mexico? Shoot. Where is Bashi in the world? Anyone any idea? I'm not finding Bashi in the world. I don't know where Bashi is located. I'm gonna hit save. Princess Drega, I think you could say that about a great many places like that, and the world would probably be quite different. Bashi. See, the Bashi is also a channel of a waterway between Yami Island of the Philippines. Okay, well, we don't want that, do we? Where the hell is Bashi in the world? I might have to ask the client. Bashi in Georgia. Maybe I'll do a search for Georgia. And let's get the other Georgia. Wow. Alright, let's zoom all the way up. Let's go over to... Question time. Okay, Princess, give me a second on that, darling. Alright, so... Georgia is actually here. So I don't know where Bashi is, but I've got a funny feeling that it's not going to be on our map. No, because even if it's on the west side, we've got that bit cropped off underneath the border, so it's just not going to be on there. Oh no, well, I suppose... I don't know where the border of Georgia falls, but I'm pretty sure that Bashi is not going to be on it. I'm not even seeing a Bashi. I might have to zoom in a lot more, but I don't think it's even going to be worth it. I just don't think it's going to be on the map. Alright, well, that's okay. That was the last one. That's the last one that the client wanted, and now I'm gonna make some decisions about any others we want. Like, I definitely don't feel like that's enough. Alright, Princess, you said book 2, question 68. Let's take a look at book 2. Would you rather? Question 68. Alright, here we go. Would you rather lick a salt lick after a cow? What's a salt lick? Would you rather lick a salt lick after a cow or suck a honeysuckle after a hummingbird? What a weird question. So lick a salt lick after a cow or suck a honeysuckle after a hummingbird? I'm going to hummingbird one. Yeah, Princess Strega, exactly. Greenland cities, if they're appropriate for about 100 AD, right? Yeah, honeysuckle after the hummingbird, right? It has to be. What is a salt lick, though? I need to know. I'm doing a Google search. A mineral lick, also known as a salt lick, is a place where animals can go to lick essential mineral nutrients from a deposit of salts and other minerals. I would not want to lick that. That would just be gross. That would just be disgusting. Apparently there's a restaurant chain called the Salt Lick. And you can also get them just as chunks of minerals on a rope. Alright. Yeah, Princess, don't just be mank. Apparently there is a human version of it. Where did he go? There's a human version of the salt lick, but there's a cow. There's a cow licking a salt lick. But no, there's a horse, and obviously this is a constructed version for the horse. Here's the restaurant. Looks bloody nice, I'm just saying. Yes, please. But there was, look at this. Are you freaking kidding me? My mouth is watering. My mouth is watering. Oh. But yeah, look, what is this? What? Like what? No. No, stop. Internet, stop. Yeah, I'm not licking a salt lick after an animal. I mean, it's just not gonna happen. My apologies if you don't eat meat. I do. And that picture was very, very nice. Okay, so yes, Greenland. So actually, I was going to look up quick resources here for other Viking locations. How do I want to do this? So this is going to be. I don't think they're naming individual settlements on this. Well, maybe they are though, because we've got Reykjavik right here. And I could look up these names to see if there were actual settlements. We could get Lindisfarne down there. I think there's some settlements mixed in with this map. I'd have to look to see when they were established. Dumschaff. Alright, well, we could look up some of them. We could definitely look up some of them. Okay, what have we got here? What is this one? Okay, well, in 986, we've got a permanent settlement in Greenland, so I need to look up that. But yeah, get at least one thing in Greenland. We definitely got to have a couple or whatever is appropriate for Iceland. So Constantinople, 860 AD. The Vikings launched their first assault on Constantinople. It's over freaking here. And the Vikings are already nutting it. Are you kidding me right now? That is just, that's nuts. Yeah, so Novgorod is what we added just. I feel like Kiev could be appropriate. That's 880. Kiev definitely needs to be on there. Lindisfarne, obviously, we've added. Yeah, I feel like we could add a few of these. I want to look into Greenland and Iceland, without a doubt. Let's get that sorted. Well, Princess Strega could do with that report right now. What else we got? Okay, what about this one? This is travel routes. Dublin, York, London. Here's Reykjavik. Yeah, okay, so Reykjavik we can do. They haven't given this a name, so maybe they didn't have names for them. But there's got to be some kind of settlements over in Greenland here. Seville we did. Lisbon, so we've got to get Lisbon on there. Bordeaux. Maybe let's get Bordeaux, Lisbon on. Let's get Reykjavik on. Let's start there. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll do a Google search for Viking settlements in Greenland and Iceland. Alright, let's grab this. Alright, so we're going to do Reykjavik. So at the time of this map, this has been here for about 50 to 100 years. And it's sitting over on this side right here. So that will do for that. I want every country, every particular landmass to have at least one marking on it. If we don't do a marking, we're going to draw big, huge, like, scary monsters and shit. In fact, let me show you about some of the inspiration I've got for that. I just want to give you a quick sneak peek here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on it. Come on, zoom in. Let's turn off this one. So, actually, I can get rid of this one now, I think, because that's kind of... Yeah, I've got my inspiration already for that, so let's get rid of you. Look at this. I want to do this type of thing. I want to draw, like, a beached animal of some description, a beached monster. I want to draw, like, little barrels and forestry and guys crawling all over. I want to do this. Isn't that just dinky? Hey, thank you very much, darling. Hey, Alex Vixen. So that's why I'm keeping that around. I just love the idea of it, because I would never think of that on my own. Oh. So this one, my computer's behaving a little bit slow right now, but I haven't rebooted it in a while. This is just for inspiration of getting like some kind of serpent taking down a longship. Although I'm sure if I was a Christian monk and I was drawing a map from my Viking captors and I drew their ships getting taken down by a sea serpent, they'd probably be, what the fuck? But here again, it's almost like we've got guys inside this sea serpent or something here. It's so crazy. But I want to draw something like that. It was the name for the word for raiding. Okay, that's cool. Also like this, with a little person in his hand. You get the idea. I don't want to do that type of thing. We're going to have some fun when it comes to that stage of this map. Actually, could have done with you earlier on, Alex. Alright, so we're doing Reykjavik. I want to do Lisbon. Let's get Lisbon on here. So Lisbon is going to be right about here. And I think for our purposes we can grab... Well, you know what? Let's just draw it. Let's draw Lisbon right here. We've been doing a lot of a name. Where is it in the world, in this part of the world? Getting that drawn on. Couldn't find one location, and I eventually tracked it down. And then one I don't think is even on the map. It's actually off the map, so that's okay. But I'm now on Greenland and Iceland. And what other settlements do we need to draw on here? So that's kind of where we're at. Lisbon. Yeah, so I need around 100 AD Icelandic and Greenland settlements, and preferably their names too, because I know that the Norsemen had reached these locations. Even like what, around 850 or so we were saying earlier on. So I know that they had settlements in Greenland. I know it. But I currently have no record of where. I have an eastern settlement right about here. And I have a western settlement, I think right about up here. But I don't know if they ever had any names. And maybe they didn't. In fact, around 1000 AD, they were even, I'm seeing, around circa 1000, they'd actually reached Canada. But we're not doing that for this particular version of the map. Isn't that nuts? Can you imagine sailing that sort of distance? They were such a people. Holy balls. About 950. I would say 950,000. You know, touching on 1,000. So 986, having the Eastern settlement definitely seems to be something that is a thing. I kind of actually don't know where the exact Eastern settlement was. So I'm going to draw it on the map, but I actually don't know if it's accurate or not. And maybe we don't know. Maybe that's part of the problem. No, I'm actually not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. This is a recent settlement. We're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to have dirty rice with smoked sausage tonight. I like Cajun food. Jambalaya, gumbo, dirty rice, red beans and rice. I'm a big fan. Tonight we're having dirty rice. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I don't know where the Western settlement is, and I think that's okay. I'm just going to draw it. We can move it later on. We normally leave our special cooking to Sundays, because we like to go downstairs and watch things. Godthab is on the southern tip of that inlet in the west coast. Oh, here. It's been there since the 10th century. Mwah, mwah, mwah. So kind of like about here-ish for the purposes of our map. Okay, I need to write down the name for that. Hold on. Okay, we're going to make that a little smaller, because, hello, obnoxious at all. And you... Let's get that written down. Okay, and I'll move it to the coast. Alright, so that will just be a reminder for us what it's called. I'll just leave that there. So do we know what the east one was called? And you said on the coast. So southern tip of that inlet on the coast. Okay. Let's move it like right there. And I think for our purposes that will be close enough. See, already paying off, girl. I love you. Thank you so much. Alright, what other resources have I got here? That's probably not gonna be... See, I got this, which... I mean, this is cool. Like, it's showing early Viking Age settlements, but it doesn't give me any names or anything. I guess there was one further up there, too. Iceland is actually showing, like, several up on the top. I mean, I could put like settlements like here, but I've got no name for them. But does it matter? Maybe I don't name all of them. Maybe I just have them there on the map. I might redraw Greenland, by the way, folks, just so you know. I can see me redrawing this. Come on, baby boy. Come on. Right, let's put that there. Let's grab you. I can always ignore these later on, but let's just put them here for markings. Because I'm seeing one up here, and I'm seeing one up here. And I think that's appropriate. And I'm gonna take a good look at Greenland. What else have we got? I think that's that done. I'm not even gonna. Amasilik is on the eastern settlement. Is situated on the east coast, next to the little inlet with the small island in the mouth. Well, I'm gonna guess it's that one. I mean, I'm very abstracted on this. Or are you talking about up here or up here? Oh, is it one of these up here? So we've got, actually, let me do it this way. West of the small island. Alright, I've got 2 small islands, so I'm going to move it, and then you tell me if I moved it to the right place. Like right there? A little further north. Okay. It sits in the mouth of that inlet. So something like that. Alright. You're a rock star. I think it was seen from one of my maps that there's also, like, there was one here. I don't know if I need to get that anal though. I do think I need to get sort of key locations. Like, I have 1 in this entire area. Well, I guess I've got this one up here too. What was this? It was this... I forget which one that was. Alright, what else have we got? What else have we got? Oh, I actually didn't notice that we're going a little bit long here, but let's continue this. Ooh, Viking towns of Scandinavia. Hello. Hello. I didn't realize I found this. So if we were inclined, we could add something to this little island. But I mean, see how quickly cluttered this could be? This is Upakra, I think, right here, right? Maybe we could add one right here. This is Ribe or Ribby or Rib or Ribbe or however. Forget what that one is called. Oh, that was meant to be Oslo. Maybe I should move Oslo up a little bit and position it right there. We could add a Skara. Skara's a nice name. Skara would be cool to add. This is Uppsala. Yeah, see, we don't have Trondheim. Trondheim would be a nice one to do. Like right here. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so let's move this. Might make this a little larger, but let's move him. And then... we're going to grab this. We're going to position it right there. Let's colour him in so we do not lose him when it comes to later on. Okay. And I might change some of these icons and shit later on, but I don't want to get sort of too carried away. I think it's meant to be way more abstract than where my head's at. So we've got 2 on it. I don't know if we need any more. Having 1 on this island would be kind of cool. Buskildy. Maybe, I'm thinking that island, and I'm thinking Skara. I'm thinking Skara. What the frick is Skara located? Why am I... Oh, Skara's right here. Duh. Alright. Oops. I am drawing. So we'll take you. We'll take you for now. We'll do Skara right there. And I'm going to put 1 right here. What do we got? Okay, we got Oslo. We got... Did I? Oh, there's Trondheim right there. Fantastic. We got Uppsala. Yep. Scar. Maybe 1 here. Linköping. Right here. Tune in next week to hear Alyssa Faden mispronouncing pretty much every word in the human language. Do I want to do 1 right here? Yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Yeah, why not? Okay. Okay, that's good for that. That's good for that. What else we got? This one. Yeah, you see, this is Europe in 1814. This is a little earlier than actually we're dealing with right now. I grabbed it because it does have some great detail on here. And anything that's here in 1814, odds on, is obviously going to be there later on. So this could be useful to me. Like, I could throw in Vienna, for example. But this is about 100 years before, and the area changed so much. I don't know if this is going to be useful to me. Plus, it actually doesn't mark really much else. I mean, yes, we got Kiev, but I think did we do Kiev? I think we did Kiev. Maybe we didn't do Kiev. But it's like there's very little else getting marked on here. I have to mark Rome, don't I? I mean, I have to mark Rome. This could be useful. I need to cross-check things, though. What else we got? That's one of my early maps. Okay, we can ignore that. Did I look at this one? Look at this. Well. Lucky. Okay, well apparently that is a resource right there. That is a good looking map right there. So actually let me move a couple of things. I now have names for this. And this is in the wrong location according to this map. This actually needs to be way more here. Okay. Reykjavik can stay. And then I've got... So actually, I'm showing too that there was... I'm showing a couple of settlements down here. 985, 982. Right here. And I have names for them, so let me just grab one of those at least. I mean, yeah, okay, 82, 85. It's definitely beyond the 50 period, but let's plot one down there. It'll look a little bit more populated over there. Okay. I wonder what it was about Iceland where they really didn't like settle on this side. Although I'm now looking at it and I'm seeing 2 settlements on that side. Okay. We may redraw these, but I just want to use them as markers right now. We're going to do one here. We're going to do one here. Like right about here. Okay. So I think my plan originally was to actually work on a different map tomorrow. The start of a whole new city map. And I might do that. But we also have guests tomorrow. Zach and Jennifer Glazer are going to be joining us from Gallant Games. So, if we're going to have 2 guests like that, I feel like we might need to do something a little mindless in the background while we're hanging out. I might pop open the Necropolis tomorrow and just work on the brick walls. Because if I'm planning out a city, that kind of requires some brain power. Also, I might work on this map and just be placing like capital cities in all of these country areas, these regions. So let me think about that, because guests tend to take up sort of brain power. But either way, this is a good point for us to end tonight. I hope you see where this map is going. We are going to be drawing rivers, mountains, and trees on this map. But I want to start with the settlements because it's the most important part of this map. It's kind of the purpose of it. It's like, here you go, Vikings. You can go raid these locations if you haven't already. Not Vikings, Norsemen. You know what I mean. So, yeah. Let's see what we were going to do tomorrow. But we're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be working on a map. I don't know what yet. Maybe this one. But we're going to have Zach Glazer and Jennifer Glazer. And I've never had them on the channel before together. So that's going to be nuts. That is going to be utter nuts. I love you all. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I really do appreciate that. Please come hang out in the Discord. I have Discord open, by the way, every day, all day. So if you ever just want to chat, I'm always bouncing around in there and I'm looking for any excuse to get away from work. So always you can find me there. Otherwise, I'm going to see you all on the flip side. I'll see you tomorrow night. It's going to be a special day. The Glazers. Oh my God. Please join and let's harass them together. I love you all. See you tomorrow.